It's my what third or fourth attempt tonight trying out this godforsaken streaming thing. Um, Hopefully I've got it figured out, and hopefully the screen's not black like it was last time. Again, this is like my third or fourth attempt tonight, so fingers crossed. Uh, I doubt anybody's gonna watch this because A, I suck at streaming, and B, it's midnight. It's literally midnight where I live, so um, everybody's probably asleep, and if there is anybody awake, they're sure as hell not going to watch me streaming, of all people. Because, well, I suck at it. I'm no good at streaming, so I really don't understand all these folks on Twitch and YouTube and stuff that can stream for like hours at a time, and they can like constantly be funny, and they can always they always have something to say. Um, I don't understand it. I don't know. It's just not my thing. Um, and again, the reason why I'm streaming tonight, especially right now, so late at night, is because I'm home alone. I'm home alone. I'm gonna be home alone for like the next 2 days, and it's something I'm really not entirely comfortable with. It's really kind of freaky. So I just need some company. So that's why I've got the streaming thing on right now. And in the meantime, I'm going to be animating some stuff. Or at the very least, I'm going to be drawing some stuff. Paper Jordan says, "Hey, welcome back, Jordan. Yeah, I've got I've got the stream up and running again. Can you actually see now? The reason why I had to cancel it before was because the screen wasn't working. Hopefully you guys can actually see. Alright, so you can see the screen now. That's fantastic. So yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to be drawing. Just drawing some stuff for the show as I ramble. And hopefully you find something worth a darn about it. Again, I'm home alone. I'm home alone right now, and I hate it, and just need some company. So it's fun times for all. I'm back, Sammyverse says. Welcome back, sir. I'm back too. Hopefully the screen's working. Hopefully you can all hear me. I'm really surprised people are actually watching, considering how late it is. But then again, it is Friday. It is the weekend, so it's not like anybody has anything to do, with the quarantine and all. It's not like anybody has any big weekend plans anymore. Alright, it works now. Thank goodness. I might turn a movie on. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it and ignore the stream. I'm just gonna I might turn like a movie on just to have some noise in the background while I draw. I really want to show what I'm drawing, but really want to show what I'm drawing right now because it looks really freaking cool. Not to toot on my own horn, but I think it looks really cool. But I don't want to spoil it. You're gonna have to tune in for the when this episode comes out. Again, 50th episode. Took me 5 or 6 years to get to 50 of these godforsaken things, but 50th episode special coming out. I want to say early September. So you're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah. Lazy Pixel says congrats because I got it to work. Said third time's the charm. This is actually like my fourth or fifth time. I tried streaming, like, but they only lasted for like 4 seconds because I screwed up so bad. Um, because I'm so bad at this, at streaming. And you know what sucks is I really would like to stream. I really think the concept of streaming is fun. I'm just no good at it. I just suck at it, you know? I love the idea of just like just prattling on for a long time. Oh man. Thank you for indulging me, by the way, everybody who's in the stream right now, because, like I said, I am bored. I am so bored tonight. Not because of the stream, but because, like I said, I'm home alone, so really enjoy the company. Into the Alleyverse. It's kind of what this is, what the 50th episode's gonna be like. Again, don't get your hopes up thinking it's gonna be like this big epic thing. It's gonna be really, really short. I mean, not really, really short, but, fairly short. It's not going to be sentimental or epic or anything like that. It's just going to be like a funny one. But I think it's really cool. God, I really wish I could show what I'm drawing right now. But no spoilers, so you'll have to tune in. Hopefully, I'm not missing any comments. My first exposure to Gumby was that 1990s movie he had. I don't know what my first exposure to Gumby was. I really don't. I do know what movie you're talking about, though. I used to have that movie on DVD. I really like that movie. I actually rewatched it like a few days ago. I think last night, actually, I rewatched it. Or tried to, at least. I kind of gave up because it's a weird movie. It doesn't really have like a story or a plot. It's just kind of things just kind of happen. It's a weird movie. Good soundtrack though. Into the Alleyverse. I don't know what my first exposure to Gumby was. I just remember thinking he always looked really cool. That's all I remember. He always looked cool to me. I have a Gumby toy here somewhere, but I don't know where it is right now. Oh man. By the way, the 50th episode, working on the 50th episode extravaganza right now. This is where that Darth Vader thing comes from. Um, I shared it like a picture of Allie's Darth Vader. That's from the 50th episode. On Discord, I didn't share this publicly, but on Discord, I shared a picture of Allie as Mecha Godzilla. That's from the 50th episode. Um, yeah, so that should give you a tease as to what the 50th is going to be like. It's going to be weird. That's all I'll say about it for now. You know what I should do? I should do this during the day. I should actually do these streams during the day. That way, people will actually watch them, um, and I'll be more energetic. Uh, yeah, I think that would be fun. I also need to get guests on here because I am a boring person. If you've tuned into my streams before, you know that I am boring as hell. I never have anything interesting to say. I'm not charismatic. I'm not funny. So these streams are pretty worthless. I mean, they're not worthless to me. I do these streams because I'm bored and I need company and I'm lonely and sad. Um, but yeah, day streams. Yeah, I really need to do them during the day. I really should. I really should. I really should get guests. I need to get Star or Yori, one of those two, or Rars. I could get Rars on here. Asa would be a fun guest. That would be a fun guest. Just when I thought the MCU couldn't get more interesting after Endgame, WandaVision was pretty cool. Falcon and Winter Soldier was interesting, but Loki, geez. Is that a good geez or a bad geez? I heard Winter Soldier. What is it called? Not Winter Soldier. What's the show called? Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I heard that show wasn't very good. I mean, obviously the MCU fans are like, oh my god, it's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life." But like, like I heard people, it was kind of a nothing show. I've never seen any of the MCU shows. I plan to. I'm just too lazy. But I heard the Winter Soldier show wasn't all that great. I heard WandaVision was pretty good. Haven't heard anybody say anything about Loki, which is really strange. That was the one I thought people were going to be most excited about. I haven't heard a single review for Loki. I haven't heard anybody talk about it. Nobody, which is weird. I have a whole bin of Gumby stuff in my room. I have a few plushies and a bunch of figures and a DVD and a Funko Pop. Um, that's how I am with my Chucky stuff. If you've seen my Instagram or my YouTube community things, you've seen my Chucky collection. That's exactly how I am with Chucky. I just have a boatload of Chucky merchandise. Yeah. And Boba Fett. I have a bunch of Boba Fett stuff. And Slave Leia. I got a bunch of Slave Leia stuff. Kermit the Frog too. I have a bunch of Kermit stuff. And Cantina Aliens, but that's just me. That's pretty good though that you haven't heard much because I went in blind and it's exciting so far. Yeah, I don't know the first thing about Loki. I don't know anything about any of them. I don't know what the deal is with WandaVision as far as plot goes. I don't know. It seems like amongst people that I talk to and people that I read and watch, seems like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show is the weakest one of the three. I don't know though. I don't know. Chucky merch for me, or no, wait, what? Chucky merch for the win. Yeah, can't have you can't have too many Chucky dolls. I always tell Star, the voice of Allie, I always tell Star that whenever they come to my house, if they should ever come to my house, I'm just gonna fill the living room with Chucky dolls. I have the good guy doll from Spirit Halloween. I do too. It's a good doll. It doesn't deserve all the hate that it gets, man. That's a good doll. I don't care what anybody says. I love the good guy from Spirit Halloween. I'm thinking about getting another one actually and customizing it. 'Cause I like it. It's a good doll. It's not as screen accurate as the Trick or Treat Studios one, but for God's sakes, 95% of all Chucky merchandise has never been screen accurate. For some reason, Chucky is a really, really hard likeness to get down in toy form or doll form. You just can't do it, it's impossible. Up until like recently. The Sideshow dolls, the Mezco dolls, the NECA figures up till like a few years ago, the McFarlane figures. So the fact that it doesn't really look like Chucky doesn't really bother me. Because they never have. And for God's sakes, $500 for the Trick or Treat Studios doll? Come on. $500? It doesn't move, it doesn't talk, it doesn't do anything. It's just a foam doll. $500 for that? I mean, come on. It's two 250. I'd go so far as to say 250, if not $300. And even that's kind of stretching it. $500 for the Trick or Treat Studios Good Guy doll. God, that is freaking insanity. I don't think children would be safe in your house. I really don't want them anywhere near my house. Thank you. Uh, Chucky's legs on merch. I mean, come on. I they always get Chucky's legs too short. Always, 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 or too long, but mostly too short. Um, I think it's the Cinema of Fear action figure, the Mezco dolls. The legs are way too short. Um, the Spencer's Gifts doll, uh, the Bride of Chucky Spencer doll, that's pretty good as far as the leg measurements go, but still though. Are Paper Jordan and and the other Jordan the same person? It's weird. If they're not, then that's kind of funny that I got two Jordans in one stream. One time I got extremely lucky and found discarded Bride of Chucky figure from McFarlane Toys. Lucky? You got that? You got the McFarlane Bride of Chucky figure for $3. You gotta be kidding me, man! I paid. Ooh, this is gonna be embarrassing. I I got the Bride of Chucky set with Tiffany for $100 at a toy store. $100 for the Bride of Chucky set. $100. And you got it for $3. I feel ripped off. No children have screamed yet, so I have to say this is the best stream yet. Yeah, mercifully because it's freaking. What time is it? 12:19. Oh my gosh. The For those who don't know, he's referring to. I live in an area where parents just do not look after their kids, and as a result, they're screaming, they're running all over the place, and oh my god, it's so annoying. I'm talking about my neighbor's kids, by the way. Um, so annoying that when I'm at work, I come home, they tipped over my plants, they draw on my door, just and then I try to record. I try to record like for the cartoon. I'm trying to record some lines. They're screaming, they're freaking running, and I live upstairs. So when they run around up here, it's like shaking everything. It's ridiculous, man. It is so annoying. But I mean, you gotta blame the parents though, because they don't look after them. It's ridiculous, man. I sound like such a grumpy, grumpy old fart. I'm gonna check my. Oh, never mind. It's okay. I was gonna check Instagram, but since I'm streaming from the phone, I don't know if that's gonna like automatically turn the stream off. So it's okay. I'll just do that later. Oh, excuse me. It could be fun. Uh, I might react to some videos while I'm doing this because why not? What's funny is on YouTube, the community tab thing, I posted that picture of Darth Vader as Ali, or Ali as Darth Vader rather. I posted a picture of that, and it barely got any likes. Like it took like a long time for it to break 20 likes. Like it was like a whole day and only got like 8 likes, right? And then today, I posted pretty much the same thing, but it showed Ali as Slave Leia, and like instantly it got nearly like 30 likes. It's like, oh my god, you guys don't hold back as far as like what you come here for. That's so that's interesting. Slave Alley sells. Apparently, which is kind of weird, but anyhow, I'm drawing right now. Really wish I could show you all what I'm drawing, but I don't want to spoil it. But it looks cool. Trust me, it looks really cool. My digital art isn't very good. I'm much better as a pen and paper artist, but I think this looks cool. I think this looks really darn cool. So yeah, I don't consider myself a digital artist. I don't think my digital stuff really represents me as an artist at all. I mean, not at all. It does to some extent, but my physical drawings just represent me a little bit better, if you know what I mean. I honestly wonder how many people clicked on that Ali OnlyFans link. I wonder how many people didn't realize it was a April Fool's prank. Like, I'm willing to bet there were some people who got mad at me, like on both sides. Like, there were probably some people who were like, why would he think of doing that? That's so wrong. And then there were people who clicked on it and got mad because they were expecting like a real thing. For those of you who don't know, for context, April Fools of this year, I think it was this year. Yeah, it was this year. On April Fool's Day, I posted a picture of Ali as Slave Leia, and it was like a link. It was like, uh, announcement. I am gonna be starting a OnlyFans account for Ali, and OnlyFans, subscribe to Ali's OnlyFans, and blah blah blah. And there was a link, and if you clicked on the link, it actually took you to like a website for COVID-19 vaccinations, and like where to get COVID vaccines. So that probably ticked a lot of people off. There were probably anti-vaxxers who were like, "Oh, he's supporting it," and then there were probably people who legitimately wanted an OnlyFans of Valley, and then there were people who there were probably people who think OnlyFans is like this evil, evil thing, and they're like, "How dare he stoop that low?" But I don't know. There were some people who got the joke. I have a friend on OnlyFans, and she was like kind of in on the joke. She was saying like, I'd gladly do collaborations with her, which is hilarious because like I can't imagine like a real life person like doing a photo set with a cartoon character. Ali is now my favorite character to draw. Wow, that's weird. Or not weird like that. Not weird like you're weirdo, but like I never thought I'd hear anybody say that. I really appreciate fan art. I really do. But at the same time, there's something kind of surreal about seeing people draw your character. You know what I mean? I don't know how many of you can relate to that, but there really is something kind of surreal about you've been drawing this character for so long, and then all of a sudden other people are drawing her. It's a weird feeling, but a nice one. A nice one. I really appreciate it. I really do. I really, really want to turn the TV. Oh, excuse me. I really want to turn the TV on. I like drawing Jay. You see, that one's even weirder because not a lot of people draw him. He doesn't get as much fan art as Ellie does, um, which is kind of expected. You know, it's weird to me. I like I keep saying, I really, 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 really appreciate all the Ally fans out there. To say that Ally has fans is in itself bizarre to me because I just never would have expected that this silly character I drew in middle school would have ever had fans someday. The fact that she has fans is surreal to me, and I'm extremely grateful for. But it's, I just, what is it about Ally that people like so much? You know what I mean? Like, I know people are gonna joke, oh well, some people think she's hot and blah blah blah. Well, okay, fine, whatever. But I mean, some people like really like her as a character, and that's weird to me. Not in a bad way, just kind of surreal. Like again, like I never would have expected that people would care about this goofy character. Another thing that weirds me out is how there are like kids watching my cartoons. Like I'll get like comments from like kids, and it's like, why are you watching my channel? Like this is not a kids show. I don't know. I don't want to be too disrespectful because I do appreciate them as fans to a degree, but it's like at the same time it's like kids should not be watching my show. You really should not. There's bad language. There's really filthy language and inappropriate scenarios and just things you should not say or do as people to one another. Like, just Allie is not a good role model. She's a very, very mean person. So the fact that kids watch my show is like, please don't. You go watch something a little more friendly or like child friendly because my channel is not the place for that for a child audience. I honestly think people like Allie as a character. Oh, hold on. I honestly think people like Allie as a character because of her voice and personality. I guess so. I guess so because I really feel like I struck out when I got Star to be the voice of Allie. Star has such a unique voice. Um, very, very unique voice. Uh, I don't know how to describe it. It's not childlike. I wouldn't say it's childlike, but it's got a very youthful sound, and it's very unique. And coming out of a character like Allie, who's she cusses every 5 words, if even. It's a very unique dynamic, I think. And I think that kind of goes good with Jay because Jay has a very deep voice. Um, he has a very deep voice and he doesn't cuss and he's a lot nicer of a person. Like I feel like if Allie and Jay were real, you would want to be friends with Allie more, but Jay would be the better friend realistically, if that makes sense. Like you would want to be friends with Allie because you think she's cool and stuff, but really realistically at the end of the day, Jay would just be a better friend. He would just have your back more, whereas Allie is just kind of slobbish. How many people are still watching? Oh wow, one person's watching right now. Which I don't blame them for. I don't blame anybody for tuning out because it's like 1 in the morning right now. Oh nope, my mistake. It's 12:30 in the morning right now. So very very late. Good. I like Allie because she's a. Hold on. The comments are kind of hard for me to read right now. I like Allie because she's a relatable character with natural human problems. Well, I guess so. it's really all. It's really all I have to add to that. I guess. I guess so. I feel like Jay is more relatable. I feel like Jay is more relatable as a person. Jay kind of has like, because throughout the cartoons, I always have Jay kind of be like, I don't know. Like I feel like Allie is always having fun. She's always messing around and always having fun and goofing off, and even when she's angry, she's kind of just loving it. Jay kind of has like ups and downs, and he's kind of grumpy and miserable, or maybe not grumpy. He's not mean. Jay's not a mean character like Ellie is. Jay's kind of like hides things. You know, he always kind of talks about the good and bad in his life. Like that Christmas special last year, he was writing a letter and talking about like how his parents are neglectful, and then in the Jack Frost uh, episode, he was talking about how his life was meaningless and and all that. It's like, ugh. I feel like Allie kind of just enjoys life more. Demon677 says, "Yay, it works." Yeah, it works now. It works now, and for whatever reason, I'm more talkative. I don't know why. I'm much more talkative right now than I was during the first stream. I don't know if anyone noticed that. I'm more talkative, and I'm kind of in a better mood, I guess. I like Allie and Jay because of how opposite they are, but also how similar they are. It's a good balance. Also, Jay is the most relatable to me personality wise. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the way I see it, Allie and Jay, Allie is the person you kind of want to be or want to be with, and then Jay is more the person you're like or want to be like, if that makes any sense. I'll say that again because I confused myself just now. Allie is the kind of person that you want to be with or want to be, and Jay's the kind of person you want to be. I, you know what? You know what? Fuck it. I messed up. I can't even. I'm so tired right now. I don't even know what I was trying to say. Oh boy. I have been doing this for 34 minutes. That is really cool. I should really do this during the day because uh, just that'll guarantee that people are actually gonna watch. Because I do this so late at night. Again, to reiterate, I'm doing this tonight because I'm home alone. I'm home alone tonight, and I do not like being alone. I don't like being alone at all, especially at night. It makes me uncomfortable and kind of freaked out. So, yeah, I just kind of wanted some company. Just needed somebody to talk to. I really, really wish I could show everybody what I'm working on. My favorite vintage toys to collect are the Ninja Turtles from the '80s. I just feel nostalgic for toys from an era I wasn't even born in. I'm still trying to find. I kind of feel the same way. Uh, I don't really collect toys before my time. Well, I mean I do, but they're not like the main focus of my collection. Uh, I guess I used to. I used to collect a lot of Star Wars figures, and I still collect Star Wars figures, but they're not really before my time. They're like more like around my time. Like most of the figures in my collection are from like the early to mid '90s, which is when I was born. Well, I was born in the late '90s, so yeah, I've got some Mego figures, or Mego figures, however you pronounce that, and those were like around the '70s. I've got some vintage Star Wars figures. Uh, so yeah, Blood Buddy versus Chucky versus Buddy. Who wins? Oh boy. I know Buddy would lose. I think Buddy would lose pretty quickly. As much as I love Buddy, I think he would be the loser. As I think the winner would be Chucky. Yeah, the winner would be Chucky. Just because he's just an actual person. He's an actual force to deal with. Whereas Blood Buddy is just kind of like a mystical thing, and Buddy is literally a toy. So I don't know how long I'm gonna be doing this for. The stream, that is. I don't know how long I'm gonna be doing this for, or how many of you are gonna be around by the time I end this. I might go to sleep like in about a couple hours. Do you like B horror movies? It depends. It really depends. I don't really go out of my way to watch them. Not that much. I prefer. I don't know. I don't really go out of my way to watch B horror movies though. Not that I dislike them, of course. I like a few of them, but they're not really my focus right now. If that makes sense. Then what counts as a B horror movie, by the way? Like when I think of B horror movie, I think like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. that's a that's a funny movie. Have you ever seen the Human Centipede 1, 2, and 3? Uh, no, but I have them. Well, I have, excuse me, I have Human Centipede 1 and 2. I don't have 3. Uh, I haven't watched them. A, because just, I've just never really been in a mood to. Um, I don't know. I don't doubt that they're good movies. They're probably good in a gory kind of way, especially the second one. Um, but I don't know. I feel like those movies are just gonna put you in a downer mood. I don't really want to be in a downer mood lately, but I do have them, or the first two. I do have the first two. I can guarantee I'll be here. I'm guessing he means when I end the stream. I can guarantee I'll be here the longest because I can't really sleep. My arms hurt really bad, and my dog Maxie took up most of the bed. Man, crazy, man. The vaccine, both doses, man. They're gonna do that to you, man. Like I said before, both times, the first time and the second time I took the vaccine, oh my god, my arm was so sore. It was so sore I could barely lift my arm. And it was like that for about 3 days, almost a week. Both times. It was ugh. But you get over it, and then before you know it, it's gone, and then you know. I think all hum I bleh. I think all three human centipedes suck. I mean, they have some things going for them. Admittedly, I watched the first one, or I mean, I tried to, and I gave up about halfway through because I just it was kind of dull, you know. I like the guy they got to play the doctor, Doctor Hyder. Kind of looks like freaking Slugworth from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Part one grossed me, or part one never grossed me out. I don't know. The one scene I'm not looking forward to at all is the scene with the teeth. Like, I am not looking forward to that scene at all. I really don't want to watch that part. Same goes for part two. I know there's a scene where they knock some dude's teeth out with with a hammer. Oh, just thinking about that, just do not want to watch that part. R.I.P. Dieter Laser. He died like what, last year or the year before, and like nobody talked about it. It was weird. He died, I think, last year, and like I found out about it like way later, like way late after he died, and I couldn't believe it. As steeped in the horror, you know, community as I am, and I didn't hear anybody talk about it because Human Centipede was a big deal. I don't know how many of you were around when that happened, when the first Human Centipede came out, and especially when the second one came out. Those movies were big deal back in 2011, 2010, whenever they came out. I remember that was like the last big horror movie that us kids talked about on the school ground or the schoolyard, whatever it's called. I remember going to school and that's all we could talk about. Hey, did you see the trailer for the Human Centipede? What is that? That's so gross. And that was like the last time kids my generation had that kind of response to a horror movie. After that, movies were just movies, and then, you know. But back in the day, oh my god, that was all anybody could talk about, man. I remember when Human Centipede 2 came out, oh my god, the trailer was everywhere. That's all people could talk about. They had reaction videos, it was everywhere. say Hellraiser gone, like, went downhill, you mean? I've never seen any of the Hellraiser movies. I've uh, I've never seen any of them. I want to see the first one because I know that's a classic, but the other ones, like, I hear they go down the toilet pretty quickly. um, Freaking, isn't there one that takes place in space? The most I've seen of the Hellraiser movies are the Decker Shadow reviews, and those are really funny. I love his review for Hellraiser, the second to last one. The first one that didn't have Doug, what's his face, as Pinhead. That review is hysterical. I love that video. Your voice belongs in an ASMR video? Ugh. I don't know about that. I'm not really a big ASMR guy, and my voice is kind of annoying. My voice is really kind of just annoying. Like, sometimes my voice is deep, and sometimes it's nasally, and sometimes it's in between, and it's just it's weird. I have a weird voice. Whenever I do the voice of Jay, though, I try to make it as deep as possible, or at least as deep as I can go. I always thought You always thought my voice sounds like those YouTubers who read scary stories. Very pleasant. Oh my god, I have never heard anybody call my voice pleasant. That's very that's unusual. Thank you though. Thank you. That's I have a weird voice. Like, it's not really deep. It's not really deep, but it's not really like, I don't know. I sometimes I feel like I sound like too young. Like, I feel like sometimes I sound younger than I actually am. It's like whenever I do the voice of Jay, I try to have his voice go super deep. That's actually kind of one of my favorite gags in the Blood Buddy cartoon. In the Blood Buddy cartoon, there's a point where, like, Allie says that Buddy's voice goes deeper and deeper, and Ellie Ellie, like, deepens her own voice, and then immediately after she says that, like, Jay starts talking, and it's like a real deep voice. Like, so you have Ellie deepening her little squeaky high pitched voice, and then it goes straight to Jay's voice, and it's like an entire octave lower than hers, or whatever the phrase is. Doug Bradley, that's his name. Doug Bradley. Have you ever seen Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, or The Laughing Mask 2014? I have not, but I want to. Or at least Leslie Vernon, I do want to see. I really want to see that movie. I just never got the chance to. The Laughing Mask, I've never heard of. Or at least I don't think I have. Let me look it up real quick, actually. Let me look that up. The Laughing Mask 2014. Wow. I have not heard of this. What is this? The Laughing Mask. The Laughing Mask is a 2014 American independent horror film written and directed by Michael Aguiar, and is his feature film directorial debut. It stars John Hardy as a man who must face down the serial killer known only as the Laughing Mask. Looks like a baseball. Looks like if Ghostface and a baseball merged. That's what it looks like. Looks cool. It does look cool. The way I'm walking right now makes me want to say who took my toe. What? Is that a reference to scary stories to tell in the dark? So, that was really random. Because wasn't that a story in Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, whatever it's called? Like an ogre, like they made soup out of like an ogre's foot or something, and it was weird as hell. Can we all agree that Seed of Chucky was a film should have never been made? You see, when I was younger, I really did not care for Seed of Chucky, but rewatching it, I think it does have some value. I think it does kind of have some things going for it. Um, it's not the best movie, but I've seen worse. Glenn and Glenda wouldn't exist. Oh man, I'm not a big fan of Glenn or Glenda. I really don't care for those characters at all. I'm glad they never came back. I mean, a part of me is kind of annoyed and ticked off because the continuity geek in me really is like, where the hell did they go? Um, but at the same time, I just don't like Glenn as a character. He's just nothing about Glenn works for me. This is an unpopular opinion, but I don't like Curse of Chucky at all. If you ask me, that's the one that never should have been made. 'Cause I don't like that movie. I do not like Seed of Chucky at all. I'm sorry. Like I tried rewatching it recently on Discord. Man, I just don't like I don't like Curse of Chucky at all. Man, that movie just I don't want to say it sucks, but I don't like it. Yeah, made in Japan. Made in Japan, my rear end. That is a bunch of baloney. That is bogus. Made in Japan. They're trying to tell me that Chucky was made in Japan when the entire climax of Child's Play 2 literally took place in a factory in the US. Tiffany in Seed of Chucky is so annoying. She is annoying, but I kind of like her better than Tiffany in Bride of Chucky. I don't know why. In Bride of Chucky, the whole thing about, oh, it's funny because Tiffany is attractive, but she's crazy. Like, that whole thing kind of gets old for me. Like, oh, she's attractive, but she kills people, and oh, blah, blah, blah. That really, really kind of just gets old after a while. Seed of Chucky feels a little more defined as far as Tiffany's characterization goes for me. But that's just me. Oh, my bad. Have I been saying Curse of Chucky? Dang. I meant to say Cult. I'm sorry. I meant to say Cult. Cult of Chucky. I hate that movie. I like Curse of Chucky actually. I really like Curse of Chucky. Cannot stand Cult of Chucky. I rewatched it recently, very recently. I do not like that movie. Oh, I don't like Cult at all. Cannot stand Cult of Chucky. Nothing about that movie works for me. I don't like the setting. I don't like the aesthetic. Really don't like the concept or the execution of having multiple Chuckies. The God, that movie just ticks me off. Do not like Cult of Chucky at all. What's your thoughts on 1930 horror monsters and slashers? They're cool. I don't really watch them a lot though. When I was a kid, I used to think they were the coolest things ever. Like when I was a kid, I used to think that like Dracula and Frankenstein and all that sort of thing, Wolfman, Mummy, all that stuff from the 30s, I used to think that was the coolest thing ever. But now, I don't go out of my way to watch them. And that's not to say that I don't think they're going to be any good. I don't doubt they're, good classics, but it's just not the aesthetic I really want to invest a lot of time in right now, if that makes any sense. Oh, the cult was kind of great. It was just a little bland. Oh my god, I hated the cult in that movie. I hated the freaking cult in the movie. Oh my god, I hated everything about that movie. Even the positives I had for that movie, I grew to hate them by the end of the movie. Like, I thought the look of the hospital was pretty cool, and the way they shot the hospital was pretty cool. Just the blank white walls and everything. I thought it looked cool at first, but after an hour, those walls and everything just looks so ugly and just does not look good. And ugh, oh, I hate that movie. I thought Cult of Chucky was pretty good, but the ending was really confusing. I am like the only person on the planet, or at least I'm the only Chucky fan on the planet that doesn't like Cult of Chucky. I don't know what it is. I don't like that movie. I don't like it. Ugh. God, that movie is just you were talking about how Seed of Chucky shouldn't have been made. Cult of Chucky, in my opinion, that's the one that never should have been made. I hate everything about it. I hate the ending. Everything about the ending, I just absolutely despise. Like I hate that Chucky becomes Nika. I hate the cult. I hate Tiffany in that movie. I hate how when Chucky turns into Tiffany or whatever. For some reason, when Chucky is a girl, he has like this really bad accent. Like all of a sudden, Nika's like talking like, "Hey, we're going to be talking." I can't even do it. It's so bad. I hate that movie. If Allie and Jay were in a horror movie and they are the main character, which one will be? I don't really know what you mean by that. If like who is the main character? Um, Ellie would be the main character. Well, I mean, they'd both be the main character, but who would be like the main character? Maybe Jay. I think Jay would be the one with the personal like journey, and Ellie would be the muscle. If that makes any sense. The way I see a divide in my opinion and some other people's opinions on cult reminds me of that Star Wars movie, not to name names as just, yeah, I know what you're talking about. The freaking worst movie of 2019 is when that came out. Freaking Rise of Skywalker. Ugh. Garbage. Garbage. I don't blame Tiffany. She was in her mother phase. No, in Cult of Chucky, wasn't she like. No, wait, no, I think you're right. Because, like, she was taking care of Nika. Or not Nika, she was taking care of Alice and. I don't know. Nothing about Tiffany made any sense to me in Cult of Chucky. God, I hated her so much in that movie. I hated everything about Colt. I hated everything about Colt. It's the only Chucky movie where I actively do not like Chucky. Like, man, I hated Chucky in that movie. I hated the, like I keep saying, I hated the Colt. I hated his characterization. I hated his jokes. I hated the freaking haircut and I've never felt so alive is like, oh my god. Garbage. If they were in a horror movie, which one will they be? I do not know. I don't know. That's a tough one. Nika is not the daughter or son of Tiff and Chuck. Well, yeah, but she was also taking care of Nika's niece in between Curse and Colt, if you remember. Uh, or so she claims. She was talking about, oh, Alice was a good girl, and then something happened. But I'm fine though. I'm fine if they don't want to bring Glenn or Glenda back. Like I'm entirely in. I advocate that actually. I I I I I hold rallies in the streets just for them to not bring Glenn and Glenda back. A lot of the main characters in Cult where the actors don't seem like they're trying. Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Alex Vincent seems like a nice guy, but he is not a great actor. He was a better actor when he was a kid than when he was an adult. I don't want to diss the guy, but man, he is not. He's not a great actor. At least in his adult years. The Spirit Halloween good guy doll looks like someone sat on his face. It does. It looks like somebody just. I don't know. It looks like somebody. The Spirit Halloween, or yeah, the Spirit good guy doll looks like somebody just pounded it in the face with a frying pan. That's what it looks like. It's like a freaking Tom and Jerry cartoon. It's a beautiful night tonight. Uh, I guess so. I can't really see from where I'm sitting right now. Uh, I mean, I'd be more appreciative of tonight if I wasn't in such a not bad mood, but if I wasn't in such a not good mood. It's like I said, I'm home alone tonight, and I hate being home alone. I hate being alone. Just period. Uh, this is actually my first time sleeping alone in the house at all, which I know sounds crazy, but this is my first time sleeping here tonight by myself. Usually, there's at least one person here, usually. There's always at least one person here. Tonight, I'm completely alone, and nobody's coming back. Like, everybody's gonna be coming back Saturday night or Sunday afternoon, so I'm gonna be home alone all damn day. And I am not looking forward to it, man. I hate it. I hate it. When I was a kid, I used to love being home alone because, I'm a dumb kid. I was a dumb, angsty kid who just wanted to be alone because, I was angsty. But now when I'm an adult and I just value human interaction more, God, it's the worst. Being alone is the worst feeling in the world, my friends. Let me tell you that right now. Do not take advantage of your friendships, of your family. Don't take advantage of any of that stuff, friends, because man, being alone, I'm telling you, it's gonna eat you alive. It's the worst feeling in the world. I'm telling you right now. It's awful. It is awful. Uh-oh. Unpopular opinion. I actually want to see the Cult of Chucky in a better movie. I know some people hated the idea of the cult, but I love it. I seem to be the only person who doesn't like the idea of the cult or the execution of the cult. Like, are there really other people who don't like that? If there are, I'll be very surprised. I'm really surprised. I even saw reviews from people who weren't Chucky fans who were like, yeah, that's a cool idea. I was like, what? I'm like the only one. I'm the only one who doesn't like Cult of Chucky, other than like Sammyverse. But even he found like some nuggets of merit in there. For me, I was like, I just could not get behind that movie. Cade just said their name. Well, welcome, Cade. Glad to have you on board. It's 1:10 in the morning right now, so all of you people watching me, what are you doing awake? Of course, I'm joking, but like, really late. My God. And like, I'm tired, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to go to sleep. If that makes sense. I'm tired, but I really, really, really do not want to end the day, especially like this. Watching YouTube videos. A part of me kind of wants to react to YouTube videos right now. I got all quiet for a second. Don't really have anything to say right now. currently researching the history of Chuck E. Cheese for fun, and it's pretty weird and interesting. You know, alright, I'm gonna get kind of serious for some reason. Um, Something that makes me really sad for some reason, and I don't understand why my brain works this way, but something that makes me kind of really sad is knowing that I'll never be able to go to Chuck E. Cheese again. I know that's stupid, but like, I just, that's one of the things that just sucks about growing old. I mean, I'm not that old, I'm 23, but you get my point. Like, when you get older, you can't have fun the way you used to when you were a little kid, and when you were a little kid, going to Chuck E. Cheese was like it was like a really fun thing. And knowing that I can't do that anymore, I can't have fun the way I used to. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody. I don't know how many of you out there kind of went through the same thing that I went through, but man, it's just, I wish I could just have fun again. And I mean, I still have fun, but the way I not the way a kid could, if that makes any sense. Just just removed not removed, but I just muted that Cade Just fella just because I really don't know what he's trying to say. No offense, Cade. I just really would prefer not to have spam right now. No offense. It's nothing personal. It's just not really in a spammy mood tonight. Canada still has Chuck E. Cheese and Toys R Us. I really wish we still had Toys R Us. Man, man, now I'm in a sad mood. Now I'm sad. I'm thinking about like all the things from my childhood that I can't do anymore or just don't exist anymore. And I was like, oh man, that's something that makes me sad. That's something that makes me sad more than like most things. Just thinking about my childhood and things I missed out on, or things that I can't do anymore, or things from my childhood that don't exist. And it's like, man, I'll never get to be quite that happy again, if that makes any sense. Well, that got depressing. And I thought Disney Plus was the only good thing in there. I like Disney Plus. I'm not really a big Disney fan, but I like Disney Plus. I mostly use Disney Plus just to watch The Simpsons, and that's it. The Simpsons, a few cartoons and sitcoms, but mostly The Simpsons and the Muppet movies. I have been doing this for 74 minutes. So an hour and something. What does everyone want to talk about? I don't know. I kind of put myself in a downer mood just now talking about Chuck E. Cheese. Uh, I don't know. I really should end the stream. soon, just so I don't keep anybody up and so I don't keep myself up. But man, I don't want to. I do not want to just, I don't know. As for what everyone wants to talk about, I don't know. I'm probably gonna start another stream tomorrow, during the day this time, just so, you know. I lasted till 6 in the morning. It's 1:18 here for me. Uh, you know what's weird is this is about what this is like 1 in the morning. This is about the time I go to bed every night, anyways. Even on work nights, like my sleeping schedule is so effed up that I go to sleep at like 1 in the morning on work nights. Um, but tonight, it's just knowing that I'm alone. It's like I don't know. I don't feel even with my horrible sleeping schedule. Just knowing that I'm alone just makes me so uh, tired and just sucks out any energy from me. Lost media sounds like a fun topic. Well, if you want to talk about lost media, that is a fun topic. But man, we could talk about lost media for hours. That would be a fun topic. To like do a stream about. Maybe tomorrow I'll make that the main topic of my stream. Um, 'Cause that's a fun topic. It really, really is. I love talking about lost media. Mark my words, folks. Mark my words. Someday, there's gonna be a lost media wiki page for the missing alley shorts. It's gonna happen someday. I know it. To me, going to Chuck E. Cheese was like Disney World. It really was. Man, those were fun days. I feel so bad about that whole thing that I was talking about. Like, it sucks because I remember one time when my brother was still really young. Um, my cousin invited him to go to Chuck E. Cheese, and he was really on the fence, and he really didn't know if he wanted to. And I was like, "No, you shouldn't go because none of your friends are gonna be there, and we're not really that friendly with our cousin, and it's just gonna be awkward." and he ended up not going. And I know it sounds stupid as hell, but like I feel guilty about that. Like I feel like I took away like what could have been the last time my brother, no, what was the last time, having that kind of fun for him. I found all of the titles of the Missing Ellie shorts. Oh wow. Was it gain inappropriate? I don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by gain inappropriate, I'm afraid. There's a bunch of missing shorts from the channel. Like just a bunch of them. Holy smokes. If you go to the Cheap Cartoon Show playlist on my channel right now, it goes 1, 2, 3, and then it skips all the way to 11. So it's 1, 2, 3, 11, 12, 16. So it skips from 12 to 16, and then it skips to 22, and then skips 24, 25, skips to 27, skips to 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Okay, so it has those, but a bunch of the early ones are missing. Was it not suitable for a young audience? What, the missing shorts? Or what specifically are you referring to? I'm sorry, my mind is kind of like fuzzy right now because I'm starting to get tired. Allie snapped them out of existence. Wasn't there a short No, I'm thinking of something else. Never mind. There was like a Thanos thing that I did, wasn't there? Where like Leif was like Thanos and she held the Infinity Gauntlet with her boot or something. Oh, there's a lot of things. Uh, I mean, there were some things about the missing episodes that were inappropriate, but I didn't take them down because they were inappropriate for kids. Because, I mean, for God's sakes, none of my cartoons are appropriate for kids. But there are really just more personal reasons why I took a lot of the old episodes down. I just wasn't proud of them. I didn't like them. There were jokes in there, or just jokes in there and points of view in there that I just don't agree with anymore. Because you have to bear in mind, when I started the show, I was in high school, and now I'm 23, and I've changed a lot. And a lot of people forget that people change a lot in just the span of a few years. I've changed a lot since I was, just some dumb kid making these things in high school. So a lot of the early stuff was just stupid and stupid and stupid, and I just not really proud of them anymore. I should be going to bed, but instead I'm watching your stream. I was thinking the same thing. I should be going to bed, but instead I'm doing this. Even when I turn the stream off, I'm not gonna go to bed. Like I'm probably gonna watch a movie, or read a book or something, or draw or animate. I don't like sleeping when I'm home alone. I know it sounds stupid, but like I don't like the feeling of knowing I'm alone. I sound like such a I sound like such a wuss tonight. I'm talking about things that make me sad and how much I hate being alone. I sound like such a fruitcake. quiet. Haven't really been saying anything. Anyone plan on watching the new Candyman? I haven't said anything for like a minute, and all of a sudden I start talking. Anyone plan on watching new Candyman? Uh, Maybe someday. I don't really plan on watching it right away. I don't think it's gonna be a theater going experience for me, or a theater worthy experience. I'll say, and that's only because I've never seen any of the other Candyman movies, so I'm not really hyped for it. I'm not saying I don't think it's gonna be good, but just I don't have anything to base any judgments on. Oh, cool. Oh, what is it? Cool dude is going. He's leaving. So so long. Hopefully you tune in tomorrow. If I do a stream tomorrow, there's no guarantee, but I might do a stream tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. But thanks for joining, though. I really want to check Instagram right now, but since I'm streaming from the phone, I don't know if that's gonna like. I don't know if me opening another app is gonna automatically turn off the stream. This just feels. This just feels as if there was a party and everyone went home because of how late it is, and we're here just chilling and chatting. Honestly, that's kind of my favorite. That's one of my favorite parts of a party. I don't know why, but I kind of love that feeling. I don't know why. It's just something kind of nice about that when the party's over and you're all just kind of hanging out. and just talking, and you're all tired. And on one hand, you all want to go home, but at the same time, you just kind of appreciate having a quiet moment and just, chit chatting for a little bit, if you know what I mean. I kind of like that feeling. And I don't really go to a lot of parties anymore. I mean, hell, I don't have any friends. I don't, I don't have like real life friends, and so I don't go to parties. Not like I used to, but I know exactly what you're talking about. That feeling. And I do consider myself a nighttime person. I love going out at night. I love hanging out with people at night, and so on and so forth. But that's the thing, people make that fun. The fact that I'm alone tonight, it's like, man, this sucks. Like, it's freaky, it's boring. The stream's not boring, but just knowing that I'm alone, it's gonna be boring. You know what I mean? Uh, I don't know. When I was a kid, when I was like a teenager, I used to be, you know, I was like edgy, and I always wanted to be alone. Um, but now it's like, man, I do not want to be alone ever. It's such a horrible feeling to be alone in anything. And it's not like I depend on people a lot, you know. Nobody should, but at the same time, it's like, man, I always wanted to drive at night while listening to chilling songs. That's a good feeling, driving around at night. When I was a kid, or at least when I was younger, I used to deliver papers super late. Like, I used to deliver papers just driving around my town, throwing papers around and listening to music. That was, honest to God, that was like some of the most fun I've ever had in my life. Was just driving around in the middle of the night, like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, dead of night, cool wind, just listening to music or listening to the radio in general, and just seeing your town where you live. You know, it, it's weird. It's creepy though, but it's fun. It was so much fun, but creepy. I, I mean, I admit it was pretty creepy. Um, there was a house that I really, really, really hated delivering papers to because they had like tall, life size, like statues of angels, like those really creepy, realistic statues of angels, just white. All right, they were angels or like monks or something, and they were creepy as hell. And you would have to like walk through them or walk past them to get to the person's front door because you had to leave the paper like on the front step. And I was like, F that. I am not walking past these things at 2 in the morning. So I would always just open the car window and throw the newspaper and hope that it would land near their front step. That was creepy as hell. And then late at night, where I live, there would be like a late night talk show, like a radio show, super late, and it was about like creepy stuff like aliens, and it was about like aliens and demons and Bigfoot. It was just a talk show where they talked about if aliens were real, if demonic possessions were real, if Bigfoot was real. And they would have guests come on. They would talk about creepy conspiracy theories. And listening to that in the middle of the night, just driving around town with nobody around, all by yourself. I mean, there was somebody with me during that job, but listening to that in the middle of the night, oh my god, it was so scary. So scary. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But we don't really have creepy houses here like that. We don't really have abandoned houses here. There used to be like I don't know if it was a house or what. There used to be like an abandoned like building that was shaped like and the size of a house near an elementary school when I was a kid. But I'm pretty sure they tore it down because I haven't seen it in years. They probably tore it down. I don't know what it was. I don't think it was a house. It might have been like some sort of storage facility or something. It was weird. It was abandoned. It was like busted and it was creepy. It says there's 3 people watching. That astounds me. My head is just out of things to say. Me too, man. Like I'm a I'm really tired, but I don't want to go. You know what I mean? Like, you ever felt that? Like specifically when you're tired, but you just do not want to go to sleep for whatever reason. Maybe you're afraid of something, or you're excited, or whatever. You're tired, 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 but you absolutely do not want to go to sleep. For me, it's just because I just don't want to face the reality that I am going to be alone tonight. Yeah, I sound like such a sad sack tonight. I'm sorry. I sound like such a sad loser tonight. I really need to do this with guests, with like actual like guests. Sometimes we just gotta face reality. Heck, all the times we gotta face reality. Really, at the end of the day, I was the same way when I got my COVID shot. I was like, I do not want to do this, and not because of like any BS conspiracy theories, but because I just hate needles, and like I did not want to take it, but I have to because I work in the medical field. Fun fact: I in California, if you work in the medical field, you have to have your vaccine. So I had to get mine, and I was like, oh, I do not want to because I hate needles. I hate them so much. But at the end of the day, I had to do it. and the only way to do something is to do it. So, I got it done, and then like a few like I think like 2 weeks later, I got the second one done, and now look at me. Now it's all behind me. Now it's all over. So. Whoa, somebody left a. Oh, that was Sammyverse. Left a big comment. I I like looking at the stars and the moon at night, but I hate sleeping with my curtains open because I hate the idea that someone can see me. Oh man, I really, really. Ugh. That is so freaky to me. Luckily, I live upstairs. Like I said, I live upstairs, and the way my bed's positioned, it's kind of like facing the sky. I mean, obviously it's facing the sky, but the way my bed is, it's like right beneath my window, and where my room is positioned, there's no like balcony or walkway or anything, so literally it's impossible for anybody to look inside. So that's kind of comforting. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I hate walking through the kitchen, for example, and feeling like somebody can see me. Like even during the day, I hate when people can see me. I tell you what, though, if you've been following my Instagram Instagram or my community tab things, you probably know I've been on a field trip. What the fuck? I've been on a road trip. Um, I've been on a road trip across the Midwest. I had to sleep in like a log cabin. That was one of the scariest experiences of my life. Was sleeping in a freaking log cabin. There were bats in there. It was pitch black. People could just see right inside if they wanted to. It just looked. Ugh, I don't even want to talk about it, honestly. I, honest to God, really just don't want to talk about it because it was really freaky. It was a really freaky log cabin. Well, alright, I have two questions now. You guys have been asking me a bunch of questions. Now I gotta ask you guys questions. One, should I keep this stream up? Like, should I upload it? Um, like when I'm done, should I just keep it up for anybody to watch? I don't really want to, but at the same time, I don't really care if I do. I'll probably make it unlisted, so I'll do that. Um, my second question was, I forgot what my second question was. Um, yeah, I'm probably gonna call it a night soon because I am getting tired. Really tired, man. Holy smokes. I might make myself a snack. I might make some food for myself. Well, obviously for myself because there's no one else here. But I I, I really don't want to end this live stream. I really don't either. For multiple reasons. A, because it just gives me something to do. And be, because I just do not want to face the fact that when I turn this off, I'm gonna be alone. Like, unless, like, I might, when I turn the stream off, I might go in Discord and just text, just in the chat, just, but I don't know. My cats aren't even with me. My cats Loki and Fatty. Normally, when I stream or when I'm home alone, I keep them in the room with me. They're not even here. They're like way in the living room. So like I am like doubly alone. All right. Well, I might turn the stream off soon. I don't know. What would happen if I just this would be stupid. What if I just like fell asleep right here? Right now I'm drawing on the laptop. What would happen if I just fell asleep? The stream just kept going, and like I just fell asleep without realizing it, and then I wake up and the stream's still going on. Because there are people on YouTube that stream for like 24 hours. It's like, how the hell do you. How? I have a cat too, and her name is Carrie. I love that name. I love that name. If I had a daughter, I would name her Carrie. That's not even a joke. I would really do that because I love that name. Like I would name my daughter Carrie if I had one. If Allie and Jay ever had a kid, that would be her name. That would be if Allie and Jay ever had a kid, her name would be Carrie. That's a weird idea. There's people who just they stream themselves sleeping. Why? So there's just streams of people sleeping. They film they go to sleep with like a camera pointed at them the whole night. Why? What does anyone gain from that? Is that supposed to be some sort of ASMR? Like, people are supposed to feel soothed by that? Because that doesn't soothe me. That creeps me out. From both angles, knowing that somebody's watching me as I sleep, or flip it, and then just watching somebody sleep like that. How is that not creepy? What is this website? Why what is YouTube anymore? This YouTube is whack as hell. This website is whack as hell. Is that background sound? Well, part of it is clicking because I'm using a mouse right now. Some of it, if you hear a voice, I'm going through some animation right now, so you can hear like the you can hear the audio tracks of my actor just sort of talking. So like, if you hear a voice, that's probably just me going through the animation. Um, Other than that, I have the fan on right now, so it's some of the background noise. My mouse, my uh, the actor talking in the animation. Uh, have I seen Drive Through? No, but I want to. I think it's on YouTube actually. I think the full thing's on YouTube. Excuse me. Well, it's 1:56 right now. I think I'm gonna turn the stream off at 2 o'clock. Um, I'm really sorry for keeping anybody up. Um, I think it's guaranteed right now that you two are the only ones watching. uh, yeah, it's. I think I'm gonna turn the stream off in a few minutes. Uh, I might host another one tomorrow morning. Tomorrow. Like I said, so I'm gonna be home alone all day tomorrow. Um, so I might start streaming just in the middle of the day. I don't know. We'll see. Uh, and by the way, I like streaming when I'm home alone because I don't like making videos when people are home. I always, whenever I have to voice act, I wait till everybody's gone because it's just embarrassing when people just hear me talking and stuff. So, in your location is gonna rain. I think it might rain here too. I think the weather reports have been kind of talking about how it's gonna be like kind of misty. I hope so because I hate the summertime. Oh God, hopefully. I enjoyed the stream. It gave me something to do. Likewise, I keep saying I'm not the most energetic or charismatic or funny or interesting person. Um, but I really just do this to have something to do and to have some company. Uh, This is the first live stream that you've enjoyed. Man, thank you, but God, I am like the most boring person on the planet. Like, have you heard me talk? Like, I barely have any emotion in my voice. There's people who can live stream for like hours and they're consistently funny through the whole thing. And me, like, I am so boring. My voice is boring. I'm not funny. I'm not charismatic. I'm not interesting. I barely have an interesting point of view on anything to share. And I don't really have any visuals. There are people who can stream and they have like some little animation or some green screen effect or something. Me, it's just it's just a static image of a toy the whole time. I guess I could like show things around the room. I could do like a DVD tour, like go through my movie collection, but I sound like a grown-up version of you. Seeing Chucky do a stream, oh my god, that would be something. That would be hilarious. Oh my god, 120 minutes I've been doing this just about. I, I don't know how people do it. I do not know how people can stream for so long. Seriously, there's people on Twitch. I don't even use Twitch, but I've seen people like share, like talk about it. Like, there's people on Twitch that can stream for like hours, hours and hours and hours, and they don't get tired. They're always funny. It's like, how the heck do you do that? How do you find it in yourself to do that for that long? Like, don't you need to get up and just do something? Like, I don't know. I'm not here to judge. All right, so I think I'm gonna call it a night. I know I said that a while ago, but I think I'm gonna call it a night in a few minutes. Cause now I'm starting to get a stuffy nose just from sitting in front of the fan for so long. Oops. Yeah. Demon677 says good night, everyone. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. As much as I hate to leave, I think I'm gonna have to. um, I think I'm gonna have to call it a night because, Lord, I am tired. It's 2 o'clock, 2:03. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm really glad. For those of you who actually stuck around, I'm really glad you guys did because man, I would have freaked out if I had been alone all night. This might be the second longest stream I've engaged with. Zaza, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Zaza or Jaja, just caught you and you're going. Oh, oh no. I'm sorry. I always like hearing from you, Zaza or Jaja, however you pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I always like hearing from you. You're always so friendly and supportive, but I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Oh, man. I might stream again tomorrow. I might stream tomorrow, so hopefully you can join me and we'll see. We'll see. Um, but yeah. pronounced with a Z. Okay, so Zaza, I'm guessing. Used to, yeah. Okay, I'm thinking the right thing. But we'll see. Hopefully you can join me tomorrow. Hopefully all three of you, and that's not a joke. There's literally just three of you. Hopefully all three of you can join me tomorrow if I decide to stream tomorrow. Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Us. What the hell am I saying? It's just me. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. And I'll talk to you again real soon, hopefully. So, good night.